Hello there, and what we've got is a product review of Harder & Steenbeck's high quality airbrush, and it's the Infinity model, which is supposed to be Harder & Steenbeck's all singing, all dancing, their best airbrush they do. It's also the CR+. What the CR+ basically means is the airbrush has been given some sort of a triple copper coated sort of like spray job, so as you can come along and use lacquer based paints. You can put cellulose thinners through it, and you know, the actual paintwork that is on here can actually take those kind of lacquer based paints and stuff, compared to my Evolution, which isn't a CR+. It doesn't have this triple coated copper spray job thingy on it. So what you'll probably notice actually is, if I bring you in, it's a little kind of worn inside there. I don't know how well you can see that. There is like a little worn bit just here as well. I mean, it's probably a little hard to see on camera, but I've had this for about a year and I have been giving it heavy usage, and I am noticing a little bit of wear. I mean, it really is, I mean, it's still a lifetime airbrush, but it's getting a little bit of wear, whereas this has this triple coated thing on it, and apparently you won't get any of that kind of wear and tear through those kind of paints. So the airbrush itself comes in a nice little box. You get a nice set of instructions, all nice and safe in this little box. You can keep it in there if you want to. Nice set of instructions, as I say, in different languages, which kind of gives you a quick kind of rundown of how to clean it, a bit of practice spraying, and all the kind of extra little features. Right then, so with this airbrush, it is a double action airbrush, which means that when we press down we get air, we pull back and we get paint. Right, you can fit lots of different needle types in here, 0.15, 0.22, 0.4 and 0.6, right, and you can get the different nozzle caps for them as well. So a lot of nice kind of like different kind of spray patterns you can get there with different sort of needles. We also can fit different cups on here as well, which is a nice touch actually, that even our Evolution colour cup here will actually fit nicely straight on here if we want to. Nice little note. You can get different nozzles for these. You do get two in the box. One really kind of basically protects the end of your needle, and the other one allows you to protect the needle end, as you can see, but also come along and we can just like wipe away any dried up paint that starts building up on the end of the needle. Now with this one, because I brought the best airbrush from Harder & Steenbeck, I wanted this one to be a fine line airbrush. So in here I do have a 0.15 needle, which is very kind of, you know, on the small side, which also makes it very easy to bend. So you really need to be careful with this, which is probably why they give us this nice one that really does protect our needle end. As you can see, we put this on here and there is just like no way you're gonna bend that at all, because we got this nice cap on there. But then when it comes to kind of like, as I say, wiping away any dried up paint, which you're always gonna get, you're gonna be taking that on and off. So I do like that end cap, which I must admit, I mean, with the Evolution 2-in-1 that I brought, I actually had to go out and buy that end cap separately. What we've also got is some extra added features with this airbrush, and that is we've got some nice kind of adjustment screws. We've got a quick adjustment, a quick fix adjustment screw here, and then we've got like another adjustment screw just here, which, if I just explain to you, we've got this little screw here, and we just turn this, and the more forward we turn it, right, the more stiff our trigger gets pulling back, so we can adjust it to how kind of tight or soft that we want it, right? If you screw it too far back though, it literally, I'll show you how loose and soft it gets. If we go all the way back, it literally is just gone. You know, it's just, there's no spring there pushing it forward. It's just as loose as you can get it, and you don't want it that way because that won't work that way. But we screw it forward a little bit and we can get it just real nice and soft, and as I say, you can adjust that to how you like it. We've then also got this quick fix system here at the back, where what we can do is we can press this in and it locks in the trigger now, so what I can't actually pull that trigger back now because of this. We push it back and then we can pull our trigger back. So what it does is it stops you from kind of doing too much of a spray. It kind of locks in a memory. So what I'll do is I'll kind of show you what I mean by this, because I do think this little feature here is yeah, a nice bonus for this airbrush. So coming along with some paint and thinners, and don't forget our air. Alright, nice bit of thinners into our cup, nice bit of black paint just to quickly show you, and we could give this a quick mix like so. Nice quick mix. Let's take that off and we can just spray some paint. Right, now what it does is, now I haven't got it engaged, so basically I can come along and I can pull the trigger all the way back and blast out paint like so. So when I'm coming along and say doing some post shading and I want a nice fine line, right, what I can do is I can press this down, adjust it so that every time I push down the trigger and pull back, I'm going to get that exact fine line. So we can adjust that until we get that nice fine line. Keep on adjusting it, and like so, every time I pull back the trigger I'm going to get the line that I want. So I can take that off now and I can blast away. I can push it down and it's remembered the setting, and I can just pull back and keep on putting out that nice fine line that I've preset on here. So it's a really, really nice feature, and I really do like this, because when it comes round to doing your pre-shading, it stops you from kind of doing some spidering sort of thing, right? Because you can just nicely tune it in so it just comes out of our needle end at a nice right level. So that's a nice added feature. You can actually come along and buy it separately for your Evolution and basically you remove this end and add basically one of these ends onto here, so you can get that feature with an Evolution. But that's a nice extra kind of features that you can get with this airbrush. I have been spraying with it and playing around with it, and I do find that it really does make a nice airbrush for pre-shading, bleaching, post-shading, any kind of fancy spraying, because I've got a nice thin needle in there. I've got all these nice options to kind of fine-tune the airbrush to be able to nicely do all those kind of nice in spray patterns. And it is, I mean, it is an airbrush that is going to last you for life. So is this recommended? I've definitely got to say this is definitely a recommended airbrush. It is expensive, but once you've brought it, that's it. You don't need to buy, you know, an expensive airbrush again. I mean, this will do anything. I mean, although I've got this set up for fine lines, pre-shading, post-shading, bleaching and stuff, there's nothing stopping me from coming along and putting, say, a bigger cup on the end, a bigger needle in there, bigger nozzle, I can put one of those adjustment airflow things here and everything, and we can really kind of kit this up any way we want it, for big spray patterns, for small, tight, fine. You know, it really does sort you out for life, so it's definitely recommended. And the triple coated paint thing is good because, as I say, I mean, I've got the Evolution here and it is starting to show a little bit of wear on the actual paint work actually on this airbrush, whereas apparently this is going to probably last a lot longer. So definitely recommend, and I hope that has been a nice inbox review of the Infinity airbrush by Harder and Steenbeck.